But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Get it! 70 Lions!
Throwing is Milton. A short one there to Fryermuth. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
To throw, it's Milton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Steelers at 5. And 6 to start play. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throw left side complete. That's Vargas. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 50 yards. Johnson, touchdown, Pittsburgh. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence.
Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
2. Viking 18. Let's go.
Now Milton. That's complete to Pierce. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to bring up second down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, we know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5. It's in tandem, the back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
49-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into...
This is caught inside the 15. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. A big play there for L.A. 56 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Harris running straight ahead. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
The Steelers' 11-yard line.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. They hand this off to Harris. Got a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a fourth and goal.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9. Here's Milton. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Left side, he finds Pierce. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 20. And the Steelers, first down.
Here we go. Set.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 right at the 40. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked third in the NFL against the pass.
They may be ranked third against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
Here's Milton now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Vargas. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
Coogan, 70.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
1 yard gain.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
Here we go. Here we go.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Cougar 19.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Ready, ready.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes our score 17-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but hold on, we finish.
Okay, okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now it's Herbert. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Well, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then executed.
Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over first and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. To the 27-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw is Milton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Escapes the defender. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. But now he appears to be in some pain. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He gets it to Johnston. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The sneak good for 2, but it's still going to set up a 3rd down. Here's Harris. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Najee Harris. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive. Now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Here we go.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He finds his man complete. That's Vargas. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Myers connects on the PAT. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
27. Chargers 7.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 41.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Viking 18. Ready.
Milton. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4, still 3 yards short. Fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. The Charger drive about to get going. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Willis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, first and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Throwing to start the drive. Milton. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 41, here's second down and 2.
Here we go, here we go. 19, Tiger, 19.
Off play action. Milton. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he will have a Steelers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Off the play fake. Milton. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
At the Chargers'
Panther
46 yard
60,
line.
Panther 60. Go, Riggs.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. And no sidestepping that hit. He's going to be brought down hard, and it also sets up 4th down. Now, before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Steelers send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Oh boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Right side, he has Johnston. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
37-yard line.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one's going to fall incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Herbert. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. 49 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
1st and 10.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Pat the 60, pat the 60.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 14 yards through the air, caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them would be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carroll. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Up the middle they go. Carroll. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Lion.
Trying to run for it with Hampton. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
The Chargers first down. A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Chargers.
Herbert off of play action. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, but it's enough for a Charger first down.
First down. It's a gain of 10.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Pass hauled in by Johnston. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 35.
That's another Chargers first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. They hand off to their big tight end. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
He was brought down at the 4.
Only a yard on the...
Anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone.
Maybe a yard down to the 3. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Omarion Hampton, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. Now, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because, to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4-5 between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Chargers 13.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Here we go.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start first and 10. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
That's good for a Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Carroll. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On first down, it's Carroll. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Set up. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they were very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Carroll. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
At the 46-yard line.
On first down, it's Hampton, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
At the 42-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
A run once more with Hampton. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carroll. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And they will take a knee here. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about.